Should do that every day. What's up, everybody? Of course, we're live on Twitch and we're live on YouTube, and this is the pre-recorded version of the show on YouTube as well. So y'all get to see the screen and stuff like that, and what I'm going to share with y'all. Um, Tonight, we're going to talk about the Bucks and Wizards game, the final summer league game with the season for the Bucks. So we're going to talk about that. Everybody been buzzing about the Gary Trent Jr. Signing, and yesterday it was official that he officially signed with the Bucks for the season. So good thing. I may say a little bit, something positive or negative, because I know Damian Lillard did have something to say. So we're gonna talk about what he said. Plus, most of TNA Slammiversary results. We're gonna talk about that. I did see most of it, but there's some of it that I fell asleep on, and there were some extra matches that they added on there too that I did not know about, because I might have ended up falling asleep on that. So yeah, crazy enough. But also, we're going to see if there is some light wrestling news out there that we can talk about. So we will see about that. Um, so I'm gonna try to do this for an hour, at least quickly as I can. If I can do a half an hour show, that would be great. And plus, there's stuff that I got going on this week that some of you fans that's in the Milwaukee area, or if you're in Lake Wisconsin, y'all probably would be interested in this. So we will talk about that. But first, let's talk about yesterday's game. Hey, when that happens, I might have to move my screen up here up. So let's talk about the horrific game that happened yesterday with the Bucks. Hey, what's going on, everybody that's watching on YouTube? The Bucks had the lead like most of the second half until somehow in the fourth quarter. Can I freestyle? I used to, but if I freestyle now, it'll end up being nothing but rubbish. So it's like one of those things you gotta relearn and stuff like that, especially for like being sober for like 13 years. So yeah, it just, you gotta relearn everything, and I just didn't have the time to relearn how to freestyle. I didn't just didn't have the opportunity, and plus I had problems with my stuttering, which would be a big problem too. So I wish I can freestyle, but in my head, just run wild. All the other stuff they talking about, it's just nothing but the word of mouth. So that's just a little bit of what I can do. I can't do more than that. So I hope y'all happy with that. And sorry, that's just the best I can do right now. Probably if I had like a clear mind and something like that, I'd be maybe able to do it. Never know. But anyways, like I was saying, Bucks did have the lead for most of the third quarter and half of the fourth quarter, and I particularly blame the coach of their summer league on this game, because the Wizards came back. There was no defense, and of course, the end result. They lost 79-91. It was just horrible. It's just, as soon as they end up switching some of them guys out that was keeping us in the game, they decided, let's just sub them out. And disaster strike. So most of this game, I blame the coach. Like, I don't blame the players, but it's like, if you was on the road with the players you have on there, keep them on there. I know you gotta, sit them down and rest them, but like do it within like when you're at a very, very comfortable lead, then sit them down. Just ridiculous. And I do not like that. There's some league coaches actually, one of their assistant coaches. I think he helps with like development, but yeah, it was just something else. It just got me upset and like, are you kidding me? Like, oh God. But we're gonna talk about the status, the team status on here. So I will read them out to y'all for those that can't see the screen that's listening to us live. I will read it. We start with the Bucks first. And I don't know. Some people were happy, but yeah, Majah Beauchamp didn't play, so that may be a little bit change of the difference that they had. But let's see, 31 to 80 was almost 39% from the free throw. Not free throw, but field goal. Sorry. Or Horberly 10 to 33 from three with 30.3%. And the free throw, wow, it looked like it just got a little worse. Although they didn't, attempt that much, but they still at the same time didn't make that much. It was 7 of 13 with 53 point. We might as say 54% from the field free throw, which makes no sense. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, 8 offensive rebounds, 37 defensive rebounds. You got 45 assists. No, that's total 45 rebounds. I'm sorry. 20 assists, 4 steals, and 1 block. And wow, they really didn't do that bad. Only 12 turnovers. So yeah, that's something different. Just something you just never expected. Which was, interesting. Let's go to Washington Wizards. Alex Sard or Alexander's was it Alex? I'll say Alex Shar. I'll just say it for short because Alexandre, I guess what they call it, but I'll just say Alex Sar. He didn't play. Not even Johnny Davis, who they got from the draft, I think was last year or the year before. He didn't even play. So yeah, that's crazy. Let's see, they got 29 to 7-7, which is almost 38% from the field. So they weren't doing that great of shooting either. But the 3-point shooting was okay. 18 of 50 with 36% from 3. Better free throw shooting than the Bucks have by 15 of 18 from the free throw, with 83%. Yeah, 83% from the free throw shooting. You got 9 offensive rebounds, 37 defensive rebounds with a total of 46 rebounds, 22 assists, 7 steals, 3 blocks, and yeah, the Bucks had better. I think they was better in turnovers than they were. Because it seems like with turnovers, Wizards got 10. Oh no, the Wizards did better. I'm sorry, 10 compared to 12 turnovers that the Bucks got. So yeah, I guess that says something, right? Let's see. Let's go to the player stats for all who played. Yeah, it really didn't look good for the Bucks. Chris Livingston, he did all right, but just surprised he didn't, attempt to score more. But his rebound was good and field goal percentage was not bad either. But he had 13 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 8 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound. 2 of 2 from the free throw, which is much better. 1 of 2 from 3, and 5 of 9 from the field. Let's see, Philip Ashton. Yeah, this guy was something. Like, I did see him play, and like, cause all I did was see the second half of the game. So he was playing the second half, and yeah, this guy was on another level. Like, oh my God. He had 11 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 5 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw, which is good. 1 of 3 from 3, that's okay, and 4 of 8 from the field. So that's not bad. Tyler Smith, they had him as a starting center once again. He was very close to having a double double, although his like field goal was not that great. So although he only had like 8 points, 1 block, 2 assists, 11 rebounds, which was 1 offensive rebound he had, 0 of 1 from the free throw, 2 of 6 from 3, and 3 of 11 from the field. Okay, AJ Grant. Oh God, he didn't play that good either. Wow, missed all his shots. Let's see who else is worth mention. Ty Washington, off the bench. Although the field goal wasn't good, but like he was one of the few highest scorers on the game. But led the bench with 13 points. I think that's 3 assists. Yeah, 3 assists, 4 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 1 of 1 from the free throw, 2 of 3 from 3, not too bad, but 5 of 12 from the field. And look, no, he didn't. It was Chris Livingston that played the most minutes. Then you got Philip Ashton, Tyler Smith, then Ty Washington. But yeah, AJ Johnson just had like a little bit of a slump. So yeah, he's gonna have some growing to do. So it's kind of expected, but we'll see how much work he does in the off season until training camp starts. Cause yeah, you still gotta do your workouts and stuff like that just to make yourself improve, and especially if you're gonna fight for a spot to try to play in the season. Yeah, like I said, like I know most of us all want it, but we all want like Pat Connaughton to go away. But right now, just like nobody is willing, pick him up. So what's probably going to happen is like we're probably going to end up having to keep him unless somebody is interested in him when they see him play and be like, "Yep, there you go, take him." Maybe they'll like get somebody because the Bucks can take a lesser contract if a team can absorb more if they like not in the first or second apron. So hopefully that time will come when Pat Connaughton is finally gone, and I know people are gonna be celebrating, having a party, gonna be like, "We're free, 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 free." But anyways, let's go to Washington Wizards. Keyshawn George had 9 points, 1 assist, 5 rebounds, 3 of 3 from 3. Wow, perfect from the 3-point line. That's cool. And 3 of 4 from the field. You got Taylor Funk. Was killing it today, especially with his 3-point shooting. 29 points, 1 block, 5 assists, 4 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound, 5 of 6 from the free throw, 8 of 16 from 3, and 8 of 18 from the field. So as you saw, like his 3-point shooting was all he was doing, but like other attempts, like trying to take like a field goal, wasn't that good. John Butler Jr. Didn't have a good field goal percentage, but did good. 13 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 5 assists, 5 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 3 of 10 from 3. Ooh, Ouch. But 5 of 15 from the field. Uh, Jules Bernard had 16 points, 2 assists, 8 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 of 8 from 3, and 5 of 13 from the field. Yeah, that's pretty crazy for having a stat like that. But just managed to still score. Just insane. Carlton Carrington, one of their other picks that they had. Let's see, 13 points. Let's see, 2 steals, 5 assists. No, yeah, 2 steals, 5 assists, 15 rebounds. So he had a double-double with 3 offensive rebounds. Perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw, 1 of 7 from 3, and 5 of 14 from the field. Okay, that's mainly their starting 5 was scoring at least 9 or more. Yeah, and we don't need to talk about their bench because it seems like their bench didn't play that much or didn't shoot much anyway. So yeah, it's mainly like the coach of the Wizards for the summer league outplayed the Bucks coach. So yeah, there's nothing much to say about that. Once again, the final score 79-91. The Bucks end up going winless for the summer league. Yes, I said it right. Winless. That's crazy. But okay, before I go, I want to see who's in the Memphis and Miami for the championship. Okay, I'm gonna try to watch back and forth on that, so we'll see what happens. So that'd be it for like those games. The only thing I want to talk about now is USA basketball and all that stuff, and like about Giannis like finally in the Olympic Games. So we'll see how that goes. And the Olympics starts actually this coming week. I think they end up starting this weekend, I believe. I hope I'm right about that. But anyways, more Bucks news. Let me get that out of there. That although Damian Lillard was the one that brung in one of the reasons that he brung in Gary Trent Jr. Yeah, he was one of the reasons. Let's just put it that way. I guess we'll see what he has to say. Let's see, where to say. It was yesterday they officially signed. I kind of figured he did, but anyways, oh, okay. Trent was all smiles, and he thanked the organization for the opportunity to represent the squad and help him with their quest for a championship this coming season. And of course, y'all probably seen that video with the mixes. I did show you guys that I was watching on the YouTube pre-recorded. I'm trying to get what reunited. For his part, it is clear that Lillard is excited to link up with Trent again. The 8-time All-Star took to Instagram to share his 2 emoji reaction now that Trent signed and it's become official. See, Lillard served as Trent's veteran during their time together in Portland. Trent spent just 2.5 seasons with the Blazers before he was traded to Toronto Raptors, where he spent the last 4 years, despite their relatively brief stint as teammates. Lillard and Trent formed quite a bond on both on and off the court, one that they are now hoping to impact in the Bucks significantly this year. I would say this coming season. Okay, they really didn't say how much he said. It's just, I don't know, with this like link that I like click, I thought they was gonna actually like say like what he said or whatever, but this was a waste. But anyways, going to the results of last night's TNA Slammiversary 2024. Gonna talk about their results, and there were some matches that I did not catch because I ended up falling asleep. It's like when you get the spaces to get comfortable, because I was just laying on the couch watching. So did that, watching it, and bam, out. Watch some of the other matches. Certain ones, especially I wanted to see the Knockouts Championship match. I really wanted to see that, but bam, I was out. And got up and saw like the rest of it. But yeah, so partly I'm kind of clueless on who won some of the matches because like me falling asleep, and plus it was internet problems as well. So yeah, so we'll some of the matches I already know who won, or some of them I do not. Okay, they kicked it off with the Fatal 4-Way Knockouts match, which I did pick Giselle Shaw to win it, but she did all the work, and Tasha Steele took her out and go for the pin. I think he was pinned Xia Brookside, I believe, 1, 2, 3, and yeah, that was it. Tasha Steele won the match. So what a swerve that they did. So yeah, why not? Okay, I did see that. Yeah, this is a match I fell asleep on this one. Because of what we heard from last night, that Jonathan Gresham didn't make it to Montreal because the plane issues and stuff that happened this past Friday, where like windows went out, and some of the plane service, they just couldn't fix it in time until like, was it like yesterday afternoon? By that time it was too late for some people to like get their flights in order. So yeah, it was too late. So this match happened. Kushida, different looking Kushida versus Rick Swann. And I think Kushida was trying to prepare himself for Jonathan Gresham, but same attitude and all that stuff. And yeah, he had a little, new look and was doing his thing. And so Rick Swann, but it was like a verted hoverboard lock that Kushida did that forcing Rick Swann to submit, and Kushida in a long time finally got a win on a pay-per-view. Like, thank God for that, because like he really needed to win a match on a pay-per-view or something. Cause it's like they just like putting him up like loss after loss after loss. But I guess with this change, maybe he'll get some more wins. So hopefully, that carries on. Okay, then you got the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship that was on the Countdown to Slammiversary. Oh, excuse me, Masha Slamovich versus Alicia Edwards. And Alicia Edwards versus Spitfire. Sorry about that. Which I kind of figured that, Alicia and Masha retain. So I'm not even, surprised that, that happened. But no, it was no interference with the system. So they didn't interfere in this match when we thought they would. So yeah. So she was the only one of the system that retained her title. So I kind of a little bit spoiled that. So we'll get to what I mean in a bit. Okay, another match that they added Eric Young versus the returning Hammerstone. Oh, okay, he was injured. Okay. See, and Eric Young got a win, which is good. Then Eric Young welcomes us to Slammiversary. But that was a good way to end the countdown. But then again, adding the extra match too, that was something. Cause I think we wasn't expecting that. So Eric Young and the Hammerstone, we didn't expect that match. But I'm glad, Eric Young did win. So let's go to which they already mentioned was going to be the kickoff match for Slammiversary was Matt Hardy and JDC, and JDC did win. I did see that match, but I think the match I lost. I didn't see the conclusion of the Knockouts Tag Title match and that whole match with Eric Young and Hammerstone, which I know it probably would have been great anyway. But anyways, Matt Hardy did beat JDC, so kind of like a little bit of revenge for him for what JDC did to Jeff Hardy, Johnny Dango Curtis. Oh yeah, and after that, which was kind of put like an exclamation point, which was pretty cool. Matt Hardy did too. Did a Twist of Fate 2 more times on JDC. So you already know the system didn't look so good so far. So that all works out. And the system evolves to, oh yeah, they made their little had a little segment and they all dressed themselves in red, white, and blue, including JDC. So before that match, they said their little piece or whatever, like what they got said that they're gonna dominate. We will see about that. Cause next up was the TNA World Tag Team Championship match, and I did pick the system to win because I didn't think they was gonna actually, have them drop the titles this soon. But it's good to have like a organization like TNA and AEW at least throw like a curveball to everybody. So I'm happy I'm wrong about this, and I'm glad they gave us a swerve. That's always a good thing. It just, I guess WWE gotta learn some of that stuff, like throw some curveball into the mix of some of these matches. That it just half of the time is just like some of the stuff they do is like kind of predictable, and I know that's one of the things they need to work out on, and they really need to work it out. Although WWE is doing very good right now, but yeah, they just really need to get out of that, calling on predictions and stuff like that. This is something they gotta change. Wait a minute. Okay, they messed up. It was actually ABC actually. Yeah, they messed it up on here because they said the system defeated ABC, but they said new TNA World Tag Team Champions, which they screwed up on. Actually, ABC actually ended up winning that match and ended up new tag champs. So yeah, it was just crazy out there. It was a good match. It really was a good match. I just didn't think that Myers and Edwards was going to lose the match. Didn't know that. So I think for the third time, ABC is the tag champs. So that's good for them. Okay, this next match with Mike Santana and Jay something, I did not see the full result. So this is gonna be a surprise to me, like who wins it. So saw the beginning, but after that, didn't see it. But I did say like one of them needed, it was a must win from Jake something. But I went with Mike Santana anyway for the win. So let's see who won. Yep, it was Mike Santana. So okay, at least I was right on that one. But how are you just gonna bring somebody in? This is his second run with TNA, and they put him like on the losing streak. It's like they don't know what to do with a guy like Jake something. I really don't get that. They just need to really, really do better with him. That's just me. Okay, I didn't see this match either. The Rascals versus No Quarter Catch Crew, which I did, say the team name right after a couple of attempts of guesting on Friday. But yeah, of course Trey Miguel, Zachary Wynn, and Wesley, of course from NXT, and I already know I told you about the partnership that that TNA and NXT are working on. So we was thinking we was probably going to get some surprises. Maybe somebody would pop up out of nowhere from TNA, not TNA but NXT. Besides the No Quarter Catch Crew, with Charlie Dempsey, Tavion Heights, and Miles Bourne. Okay, the Rascals did win. Okay, that's what I kind of said too, and yeah, kind of makes sense. So, hopefully, they get to, do more with the Rascals in both TNA and also on NXT. Let's see. I did manage to get up to see this match. So, the Digital Media and International Heavyweight Wrestling Championship match got AJ Francis defending against PCO. And I think it ended up being a Montreal street fight, I believe. Yep. Because they said like earlier in the show that it's going to end up being a Montreal street fight. And oh boy, what a street fight it was. You thought there was going to be no hope for PCO, although I picked them to win. Because I said that was probably going to be the only title that's probably going to change hands, and it did. PCO did win, defeating AJ Francis. Although, PCO did have a lot of challenges during that, because you had like a couple of people out there, and yep, he won his belt back, and he's the new Digital Media Champion. So afterwards, Stefan Lander did came out and congratulate him and proposed to him, and he said, "We." That means yes. So that's good. Next up, you got the Knockouts World Championship match. I found out who won after the end of the pay-per-view anyway, but I was just kind of shocked that it didn't go. Like, although I did pick Jordan Grace to win, but some odd reason I was thinking it was going to be a swerve, which really wasn't, because this was the only title that didn't change hands. As Jordan Grace, retaining her Knockouts World title. But then again, I forgot about the Knockouts tag match. That title, and just mainly like in the Knockouts division, their titles had not changed hands. Just put it that way. $250 million they made on the RNC. You heard me? They made $250 million during the RNC. Do you think it should have been more than that? Yeah, I agree with that too. Jordan Grace continued to make history. Didn't see that. And this match, I was very surprised at the outcome of it, because I did see this match. But yeah, Mike Bailey going against the defending champion Mustafa Ali, and you thought he would pull like the tricks in the trade. Now I did mention that somehow that Trent Seven got to interfere and help out Mike Bailey, which he ended up dressing up as one of the security guards end up beating majority of them, but Mustafa Ali ended up, I think he also beat up was it Champagne Z or something like that, like his freaking Champagne Zing, yeah. And of course they ended up beating up the Secret Service and him as well, but no, they was getting back into the ring after Mustafa Ali ended up attacking Trent Seven. So once again he was out on his own, and it was like one move that Mike Bailey was trying to do to Mustafa, but unfortunately it ended up being like accidentally kicked the referee, and Mustafa was like doing the X sign, when normally you call like for if somebody was really hurt or something like that. I'm like, don't you do that when somebody actually hurt? Which it wasn't the case. It was just bring out another referee, and that referee ended up being nothing but the Hall of Famer Earl Hebner. So, the Montreal booed him because y'all know what happened with the Montreal school job in '97. So I really don't have to explain with that. But in case y'all don't know, Survivor Series 1997, where Vince McMahon, along with Shawn Michaels and Triple H knew about it too, that there was, because the thing was, the agreement that Vince and Bret had was like, he wants to retain the title at Survivor Series, but he'll stay like another day for Raw to relinquish it or whatever, because his mind was made up that he was going to go to WCW. So Earl Hebner was involved with that main event. Shawn Michaels ended up having Bret Hart with the sharpshooter. Then Vince out there just said like ring the bell, and the bell was ringing, and Earl Hebner jumped out of that ring and ran. And all the drama from there, and the rest is just history. And they kind of made up about that in like, was it 2010, 2011? They all made up with that, and because that's when Bret Hart returned, did like a little bit of something, or as much as he can do, because he couldn't do anything thanks to his concussion by Goldberg, and I think it was '99. And Bret Hart couldn't wrestle since, but he, in that short run that he did a little bit of something that he can do, but they just can't, like, he can't do like a backdrop or whatever, what I'm saying. But anyways, Earl Hebner was out there. He was just about to screw Mike Bailey, but he thought about it because Mustafa Ali had him in the sharpshooter, and Bailey didn't submit, but Earl Hebner was about to make the count. He was just like, then he tried it again. He was just like, no, I can't do it. I can't do this again. So what it was that the thing was that Bailey also did a reverse and locked in the sharpshooter against Mustafa Ali and made Ali submit, which makes Mike Bailey the new X Division champion, which is good for him. Like, although he's been chasing that title for a while since he's been there, and he finally got it. So that's good news. And Earl Hebner redeemed himself, so everybody was cheering and stuff at the end. So I think that's good news if you can redeem yourself afterwards. So that's what he did. Before that, it'll be Ash by Elegance and Hammerstone. I think they're going against Eric Young and Jordan Grace this Thursday on Impact. So that match was made. And Ash by Elegance is going to want her rematch. So they probably will do that Emergence on their next pay-per-view will be at the end of August. Well, I might say end of next month. Okay. Now the shocking main event. The TNA World Championship 6-way elimination match, which I was very surprised on who won. and I'm surprised about some of the turn events like shock value. So it was like a couple of shock values that was on there, which it was just crazy. So no starter with six people. Steve Macklin was eliminated first by Moose, gave him a spear, pin 1, 2, 3, and like Steve Macklin came out like being a face, and everybody was like, nah, 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 hey, 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 goodbye. I'm like, why y'all doing that? He's supposed to be a face, but you know how some fans are. But I did like the beginning that everybody start attacking Moose. Well, except for Kazarian. Then Kazarian, like, maybe like about 20 seconds later, came in and tried to join them and attacking Moose. Then all four of them, by Macklin, Henry, Nemeth, and Alexander, they all stopped to look at Kazarian. Then they start attacking him. It was all good for a laugh, so it was a way for them to kick off in. And you know, everybody, like didn't like Moose or anything like that, but Kazarian, they had a working relationship together with Moose, so yeah. But then again, afterwards it was like all bets are off. So like I said, Steve Macklin was eliminated first by Moose. Then the shocking elimination that happened was Joe Hendry did the standing ovation on Moose and pinned him 1, 2, 3. So that was one of the biggest shocks. And it was like, we're guaranteed we're going to have a new world champion. It's just between, Hendry, Nemeth, Xander, and Kazarian. But unfortunately, Jazz Alexander turned heel and gave Joe Hendry a low blow, started beating him up, did his finishing move, and ended up pinning Joe Hendry 1, 2, 3, and it was like all a matter of a minute that happened. So I know everybody was like, "What's going on?" It was like, "Why?" It was just like, "I'm the star here." So I guess they're gonna probably play, the little jealousy thing and do that angle with Jazz Alexander and Joe Hendry, which everybody was really 100% behind Joe Hendry to win this match. But nope. Guess they're trying to save him for more storylines and with him and Jazz Alexander. So that would be interesting to see. Maybe he'll make a music video about Jazz Alexander, which would be interesting. But like I said, Steve Macklin got eliminated by Moose. Then Moose got eliminated by Joe Hendry. Then Joe Hendry got eliminated by Jazz Alexander, like I was mentioning earlier. Then Nick Nemeth, he was kind of shocked what happened, so he ended up, start going after Alexander. They was going back and forth. But Alexander did, put his hands on the referee, so that was a good point. Nemeth came to his aid and ended up super kicking Jazz Alexander, eliminating him 1, 2, 3. So it ended up being the final two, Kazarian and Nick Nemeth. I was thinking like I said, I don't know much of Nick Nemeth's schedule, like what is he gonna be doing in the near future? Because I know he's back and forth with doing AAA, also there's some other company that he was working for too, and doing TNA. So I guess he did get more, working with other companies. So he already been the champion on 2 of those companies already, and I think he's still holding the gold. But yeah, I was thinking, okay, this may be it. Maybe Kazarian will finally win the big one, which that didn't happen. And the shocker, Nick Nemeth ended up eliminating Frankie Kazarian. I think it was like 2 super kicks, and he did the danger zone, pinned him 1, 2, 3, and that was it. Nick Nemeth is now the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. But I do want to see how long his run is going to be, just to see what happens. So hopefully he does have a good run, at least like better than a couple of times he has been the World Heavyweight Championship. Like I said, there was some decent runs, but it just wasn't enough. So I guarantee that I don't think he's going to lose the title at no time soon, especially not at Bound for Glory, which is their main pay-per-view, which is in October. They didn't say a location of that as of yet, but they did mention Turning Point was going to be in North Carolina in November. So that was the next pay-per-view they mentioned. Although they already mentioned like Emergence was going to be coming up next month, but they didn't say where Bound for Glory is going to be. Is it going to be back in Chicago again, or who knows? We really do not know. But afterwards, all the champions and some of the faces had came out, to celebrate with Nick Nemeth. And especially, everybody was like, thank God most of the system lost their titles, except for Alicia Edwards. So I know that's like saying something like, you kidding me? All of them lost their titles, so Thursday is going to be very interesting to see what they're going to do afterwards, and like for them losing all their titles except for one. So this will be interesting. And like I say, I'm glad, Alyssa Edwards finally, hold the title after, a long time not holding it. That she finally get to do that. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Like after the match, all the champions and a few others, and I came out to celebrate with Nemeth, including his brother, celebrated with him. So it was a good moment to end Slammiversary. Even if it was on a bad note, but they had to make the bad note of if Moose would have retained to make it look good. They would have at least, made it interesting to like, who's going to stop him? Who's going to stop Moose now? But looks like Joe Henry did that, but Joe Henry didn't win the title. So grading this pay-per-view, although I just saw most of it, grading it, I would give it like an A-, because it would have been more if I would have seen like like one or two of the matches that I missed. Because I would probably have graded like an A+, but I give it an A-. And for the number rating of it, from 1 to 10, 9.5. I'll give it 9.5. I know it's kind of weird, like me doing 9.5, because I never do like 9.5 or anything like that, or 7.5 or something like that. But yeah, I'll give this pay-per-view a 9.5. Very good pay-per-view. I thought the match of the night. Let me go view it. Part of me was thinking it should have been the main event. That was the highlight of the night. But I think the highlight of the night was actually, let's see. I'm gonna go with match. No, it was the main event. Yeah, the main event was the match of the night, because it had all the shocks and stirring the pot and twists and turns, all that. So it was a good main event. So yeah, 9.5 and graded A-. So TNA is doing something different here. I will say the same for AEW, but I know their next pay-per-view will be close to the end of August as well. So probably we'll talk about that now. Talk about the end results. And I don't normally, like, if I can't see the whole thing of pay-per-views, I normally don't grade them, but I probably will do it for AEW and just to see like where they go from there. You know what I mean? Yeah, because All In London, they will be there. Then, of course, a few weeks later, they'll be for All Out in Chicago. But before that, they'll be here in Milwaukee. Just they just gonna be showing Dynamite, and I think they're gonna show Ring of Honor as well. But it's most likely, they're gonna do Collision on a Friday. I don't know if that's. I think that's gonna be live, and then the pay per view itself, like All Out, will be on a Saturday, so it'll be something different. Um, but yeah, that's it for that, and try to see if we can run about some wrestling news before we leave. But I did watch the debut of Hologram, which not TNA, but AEW was promoting him like most of all last week, and I have to say that the lucha libre style and some of the stuff he did with one of the guys that can do it the best too, at Gringo Lingo. If y'all haven't heard of him, he's been wrestling in the Midwest independent scene for like a long time now. I think he's based in Chicago, but yeah, I saw like a few of his matches, and yeah, he's very good. But he's getting his name out there and stuff like that, so good for him. And hopefully he reaches like more of an audience, and maybe he'll get like a contract with maybe AEW or somebody. We'll see. But the Hologram match with him was very good, and it was just something. And a few moves that he did, I was like pretty shocked. It was like, okay, I've never seen that done before. So I don't know if he was from like AAA or CMLL or something like that. I'm not sure. But if he's just like, just started with TNA and not been known for anywhere else, TNA might have, not TNA, but AEW may have something here. So, hopefully, give this guy like a good winning streak and have him win like a title or something like that. Maybe say like within a year or something like that. Maybe like a year later, win the world title. But, typical AEW is only going to give it to like known stars so they can think they can boost the company and help their ticket sales and stuff like that. Which I will mention about their ticket sales, that the ones that's like from here in Milwaukee, I think the lowest it was like at the time for their last show, which I didn't go to, but I just waited afterwards just to hang out with everybody. That it ended up being like the ticket price started at 25, then it went like, with the taxes and fees and stuff like that, it ended up being like 30 something. So it was like, either I can use that money for that or I can use it for something else. So I decided, use it for something else, watch some of it, head downtown and just hang out with some of my wrestling friends and stuff like that went. So told me how it was, and etc., etc., and it was a good time. It was like, the first time I finally seen the show was like the year before. I met like half the roster, which was pretty cool, and met the other half of the roster too. But there's still like a few people I still didn't get, so hopefully I get in this run. So we see. But I will not ask Athena to an autograph, especially how rude she was last year. But that's just me. And even if I do try to get her autograph, not autograph, but like picture, because I only do like pictures of wrestlers. I don't do no autographs because anybody can put in an autograph and be like, it's fake, and some of it end up being fake anyway. So, but then again, you got your eBay boys that that way like at the airport and trying to get something signed, because they probably will do that. But anyways, hopefully my experience with like AEW Dynamite will be a little bit better than what I had in years past. Anyways, let's see. Okay, Sky Blue did get injured last night on Collision. I forgot, like, think it was like all the weight was put on her like leg. I think who she was wrestling. Let's see. Oh, Hikaru Shida. Let's see. Blue took a crossbody from Shida to the outside and didn't get back up. So Shida was rewarded the victory after they had to call the match off, and it seems to involve the leg or lower body of Blue, who was clearly unable to stand. See, instead of viewers, Kushida trying to buy time for Blue to be examined, only to ultimately leave the ring and walk back up the ramp. By the time commercial break ended, it was clear that the match wouldn't be continuing, and Shida was announced the winner due to referee stoppage. So I guess they still don't know, what happened, but they trying to find out like what it is. They probably said something about it today, but we don't know. It kind of sucked for that to happen to her. She was and still is one of my favorites in AEW. Few of my favorites, and but she's from Chicago, and like every now and then she comes wrestle up here in other bad companies. So yeah, we're gonna see if there's anything interesting like to talk about. Uh, oh yeah, I want to know what was Booker T saying. Who was this diva that he talked about? Um, okay. Okay, he must be talking about Melina. Okay, which is interesting, and oh, she never got a chance to shine to her abilities. And that's true. Although she was, multi-time, Divas champion, and the last time she's been in the ring was they said 2 years ago in the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble. Yeah, I was there for that one. Okay. And some of y'all probably already know my experience with the Royal Rumble. That like the show itself was good, but like trying to have like the full experience and stuff. Trying to meet some of the wrestlers or try to do that was impossible because the person I was with just wanted to go straight back to the hotel, sleep, and wanted to leave in the morning. So didn't get that chance to experience that Royal Rumble. So hopefully, the one that's going next year in Indianapolis, I get to go and experience that. So it's like ain't nothing until February. So I got a lot of time and things like that. So not a big deal. But yeah, didn't know he was talking about Melina, but yeah, that is a good assumption that she didn't get the recognition that she should, which is true. And plus, her relationship with John Morrison when they were together, and then to supposedly hook up with Batista and all that other drama they got. But yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. This Friday is Ring of Honor's pay-per-view. So probably sometime Thursday we might talk about that. Just talk about like the matches and stuff. Although I won't be able to see it, or maybe no, I won't be able to see it. Won't be able to see it, but I guess I can talk about it. Next Sunday afterwards, which next Sunday is a special day. It was my late son's birthday, and hopefully it'll be a good day and we get to do some stuff. Can't wait to go see Deadpool and Wolverine on Sunday, which is very good. Which would be like its first full weekend of being out there, and Brought my tickets early. I never do that before, but I thought for like certain Marvel and DC comics movies, because this would be my first time buying tickets early. Days before. So this is very new to me of doing that, and just can't wait to see the movie. And I'm gonna watch it again on Tuesday when I go to a different movie theater. So yeah, I get to see it twice in a week, within a week. So I just hope when the numbers come out for the results of the first few weekends that Deadpool and Wolverine does good, and yeah, it'll be interesting. And this be a good beginning for Marvel, which the last show they had was X-Men '97, was ended up having positive views, and also with Echo, which was started in January, where they had like all 5 episodes on there. That was ended up being really good. So, but Deadpool Wolverine being the only movie that's actually coming out this year for Marvel. Well, Marvel Studios. We already know the other videos that other movies that's going to come out. You had Madam Web that came out in February, which me and the wife did love, but eventually some of everybody else didn't like it. Because I think they just wanted the story to follow for what they was promised, but some things probably didn't work out. They had to change some things, and I thought Madam Web was good, regardless of what people think. So I thought the movie was good for what they did. I don't know, people just expecting things like the matchup and things like that. But you never know. I don't want to talk about freaking Vince McMahon. We already know Dustin Rose is supposed to retire in September. I think his contract is gonna be up. For a guy wrestling as long as he did, that's just amazing. Of course, Christian, Killswitch, and I forgot the other guy's name. Ended up winning the Unified Trios champion. Which I don't get that. Oh, Darby Allin challenged Jack Perry for the TNA title match on AEW Collision. Oh, have it at the All In. Okay, that'd be interesting, especially for him to turn. And also, Darby Allin is a former AEW TNT champion. Let's see. AEW and WBD had reached an agreement for a TV deal. So this will be the last news that we'll get to before we end the show. I know I'm supposed to say an hour, but it's just like it's over an hour, so I apologize, because I know I gotta put this up right away. So if you want to see the the pre-recorded episode for those who's watching live on Twitch and YouTube, you'll see the pre-recorded episode. It should be up before midnight Central Time. Let's see. Oh, they may be close to inking a new deal. So let's see. It will expire this year. Okay. Let's see. Okay, they negotiated the deal, but they didn't make it official. Okay, Bento said not to expect any new AEW shows on Max streaming platform until the new deal is locked in, which right now you can see everything to AEW International on Max, but not in the United States. So let's see, let's read more. Oh yeah, there's Spider-Man agreement with the NBA, which seems like it's going to be, after this coming season, it'll be it for TNT to show, basketball games, unless, they end up striking a new deal. But I think NBC had made a better offer to show, their NBA. Also, Amazon signed an agreement deal with NBA, which I'm glad we got Amazon Prime, but still, no. They shouldn't do it like that. It's bad enough, they got baseball on streaming, and half the time you like, oh, that was on streaming. I didn't even know. Like the Brewers game today, I didn't know it was streaming on Peacock. But yeah, it was too little, too late. Cause like I was looking for something to watch where they was talking about this president stuff, and yeah, Brewer game was on. Well, for many, what they saying, like they're gonna work on the deal until the deal's done. And I guess like, oh, they trying to figure out how Ring of Honor could fit into the new deal. Start showing Ring of Honor on Max. Not try to charge people for $9.99 a month just to watch a weekly show, and you don't get like a pay-per-view for like the extra for the price or whatever. So yeah, it just didn't make any sense. Or show like all their pay-per-views on Max live. They can do that. They show like NBA games live. So why not? That's just something that I think they should be thinking of to doing, like showing like AEW pay-per-views on Max, and also show like Ring of Honor TV show and pay-per-views on that, but keep everything showing like on TNT and TBS. That's just my thing, and hope if they're listening to this, hopefully they will do that. But we'll see. That's it for me. Just gonna end it here. We finally got Twitch working, like I said, so I'm glad for you viewers that's watching on Twitch. Thank you for watching. Please, follow us on here, and we'll probably have more shows going on here and stuff like that. Like maybe WFSO preview on Thursday for talking about Ring of Honor's pay-per-view. Yeah, I think that's the only pay-per-view that's going on. But also just like follow us and tell people that we do videos like this, and stay tuned. For you guys on YouTube, like, subscribe to the channel. It will help the channel. And I see like a couple of likes that's on the live. Thank you for that. But yeah, also y'all can comment below too, like what y'all think about some of the news that we talk about today. It could be talking about the Bucks, or it could be talking about the wrestling, just anything. So just let me know. Just comment below and we can chat about it. But thanks to our sponsors, Art from the Heart, Moving Dudes, Toy Dimension, and Trophy Athletic. And this Friday we're going to be at Toy Dimension doing a meet and greet with Bushwhacker Luke, a WWE Hall of Famer. So 5925 West North Avenue in Milwaukee. So come check us out. He'll be there from 5 to 7:30. And we will have a 50-50 raffle, and we will have like cash and prizes included. So make it more interesting. So please come to the event. There may be some stuff in Toy Dimension that you might want to buy. Like if you're interested in like comic books or like some action figures, that'd be a place that you can you want to buy from. So that would be good. But yeah, want to know more about our sponsors? Check out the website WrestlingFansSpeakout.weebly.com. I know I got an update on that tonight. Well, I will do that as soon as I'm done here. Also check out our past content on YouTube as well. If you like Milwaukee Bucks or like about pro wrestling, and I know I need to put more pro wrestling videos on there, but you just gotta be careful for what you put on there, because YouTube right now is like being a little bit strict. So I gotta be careful of what I put up. So yeah, apologize for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching once again. I don't know when the next time I will be on here, unless some news comes out, like wrestling news or something come out about the Milwaukee Bucks. We already talked about a little bit of Gary Trent Jr. officially signing yesterday. So yeah, there's really ain't that much to talk about. But thank you guys for watching once again. On here on Twitch and also live on YouTube and pre-recorded episode on YouTube. Until the next video, you guys have a good one and see you later.